Hi, this is Pamela. How are you doing, good people? Today I'm going to talk about my morning routine. I am 76 years old. I have a morning routine. I think everyone should have a good morning routine because how you start your day actually means how it'll affect the rest of your day. So I call this habits that don't love me back anymore. I've reached the age where I no longer pretend that everything I do is good for me. I have bad habits. I have good habits. We're born for survival and we're really victims of our habits and we are born to survive. But I'm not into surviving anymore. I'm into living. And I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the habits that can harm us. A small habit that we have is the idea of having chemicals in our body. We are chemical machines. We are born chemical machines, whether you know it or not. Every feeling you have comes to you from a feeling you have. You either have good feelings, bad feelings. We have cortisol that is for stress. We have other things. I'm kind of relaxing here, if you notice here, in my bed as I do this video. So I'm just really relaxing and chilling on a Sunday afternoon. And so I'm just talking about some of the habits we have that are good habits and some habits we have that are bad habits. And really, as humans, we are stimulant machines. We want to be stimulated. We be by food or alcohol or caffeine or scary movies or whatever. Whenever we have these emotions, it's a result of chemicals in our body that are secreted. If you're like looking at a scary movie or a violent movie, and every time somebody gets killed, you get like a surge of endorphins or surge of cortisol, and it keeps us going. We're like cortisol machines. Our bodies actually become addicted to that, whether it's being addicted to drama, whether it's being addicted to scary movies, or whether it's addicted to drinking too much or caffeine. We all have those things. So the thing we want to know is, does this get us closer to health or further away from health? For years, I didn't ask about that, but I had a health breakdown. I was in my 30s. I was young, and I had a health breakdown. And then I had another health breakdown when I was in my, I think, late 30s, early 40s. So I had a period of time where I had just run my health down. So for 2 years, I was really trying to rebound my health. So I know what it's like to really lose your health and just be careless and reckless about what you eat and what you drink. But I tell you, at the age of 76, soon to be 77, it will come back to haunt you. However it is that you eat, however it is that you drink, whatever you do, those things will come back to haunt you. And sugar is one habit that has never served me well. And everybody has some. Someone have drinking, some may have overworking or doing things like that. But I really found myself really wanting sugar and more sugar. Like there's never enough sugar. I'll tell you, one time it was very embarrassing when I realized that I really needed to do something about my sugar habit. Was we were at a work thing. They gave us cupcakes and I had a cupcake. And I remember, I think I was in my 30s at that time. Maybe I might have been in my 40s. I think I was still in my 30s. Or could have been in my 40s. I think I was in my 40s. And they had like cupcakes in the lunchroom. And then I went back and I was sneaking. I got 3 cupcakes. I was sneaking. And I was like, this isn't normal. Nobody else in here is going into sneaking a cupcake. But there I was. Another thing that I really love to do, and it sounds crazy, but I love to overwork. Like saying yes when I was tired and ignoring my own needs. As a single mother, they have a saying, get off the cross, we need the wood. I was on the cross. Poor me and my ex-husband, we had been married for 10 years, planned both of our children, and he never supported our children. I was so angry. But anyway, I was like, oh, what can I do? And I worked 2 jobs and all the things I did as a single parent, ignoring my own needs. So I just put myself last. And I remember one time, as I started realizing that wasn't even setting a good example for my children, I remember I bought myself a bike. My daughter said, how dare you buy yourself a bike? Like I couldn't have a bike. So, I always put myself last. I pretended that I wasn't hurting. And these habits didn't love me. And finally, I realized my body just stopped. And it took me a while. I remember being so sick, I was wondering, am I ever going to get well again? Am I ever going to feel normal again? And I really thought, I remember waking up and that it felt like I was doing a job just to get up and get dressed. I was so exhausted. But we can release those habits and it feels like a loss. I found my way back to having too much sugar. I had years where I didn't have too much sugar and I drank juice and I did all the things and I'll have the self-will. But one day that person who got sneaking those cupcakes started having sugar and it escalated. And then I realized that I could not have sugar anymore. So I had to give it up, and giving it up was not fun because once your body is used to it, it's just like any kind of addiction. Your body goes compulsion to withdrawal. So you feel blue, you feel like you don't know what you go on. But anyway, once I was able to gain some clarity and take care of myself, I felt better. How do you start that? How do you get rid of habits that aren't good for you? Some of it for you may be shopping, compulsive shopping. There's hundreds and hundreds of ways we can do that are habits that are not good for us. So we really have to see which ones are the most painful. For me, sugar is a very painful one because it lacks my clarity. In the business I'm in, I need to be clear, I need to be energetic, and I want to feel good. Giving up sugar, now I'm on day 9, so that's what I'm doing with the sugar, and I've given up a lot. Like, I don't drink coffee. I cannot drink coffee. My body, I have a very sensitive body. My body does not tolerate alcohol. It doesn't tolerate caffeine. It doesn't tolerate drugs. Some people will take different type of tranquilizers or different kind of things. I can't take it. So from sugar, any kind of chemical I ingest, I just have to be very careful about that. So if you don't have to fix everything at once, but you can find one thing that no longer loves you, and you'll notice that once you let that go, and then you might look at another one, but that's the beginning of freedom. And I hope you like that, and click down below to subscribe.